Chemical reactions. A chemical reaction is a change in which one or more substance or reactants react to form new substance with entirely different properties. The reacting species, molecule, atom, are known as reactants. The substances that undergo chemical change in the chemical reactions, and the new species as a result of the reaction are called products. The new substances formed during reaction. Identification of chemical reaction. A chemical reaction can be identified by either of the following observations: change in state, change in color, evolution of a gas, change in temperature. Chemical equations. A chemical reaction can be represented by chemical equation. It involves uses of symbols of substances of reactant and product with mention of physical state. For example, magnesium ribbon burnt in air gives us magnesium oxide. Why do we need to balance a chemical equation? Law of conservation of mass. Matter can neither be created nor destroyed in a chemical reaction, so number of elements involved in chemical reaction should remain same at reactant and product side. Types of chemical reactions. The chemical reactions are classified into different classes depending upon the types of chemical changes taking place. These reactions are as follows: combination reaction, decomposition reaction, displacement reaction, oxidation and reduction reactions, exothermic and endothermic reactions. Combination reaction, a reaction in which two or more reactants combine to form a single product, is called combination reaction. For examples, burning of coal and formation of water. Decomposition reaction, a reaction in which a single reactant's reactant breaks down to form two or more products, is known as decomposition reaction. This reaction is opposite to combination reaction on the basis of the form of energy required for the reaction. These reactions are of the three types: thermal decomposition, electrolytic decomposition, photolysis decomposition. Thermal decomposition. These reactions use the energy in the form of heat for decomposition of the reaction. For example, calcium carbonate on heating decomposes to give calcium oxide and carbon dioxide. Calcium oxide is used for manufacturing of cement. Electrolytic decomposition. These reactions involve the use of electrical energy for the decomposition of the reactant molecules. For example, when electric current is passed through molten sodium chloride, it decomposes metal and chlorine gas. Photolysis decomposition. These reactions involve the use of light energy for the purpose of decomposition. For example, when silver chloride is exposed to sunlight, it decomposes to give silver metal and chlorine gas. The reaction of decomposition of silver halide are used in black and white photography. Displacement reaction. When a more reactive element displaces less reactive form its compound, it is called displacement reaction. This reaction is of two types: single displacement reaction and double displacement reaction. Single displacement reaction. It is a type of chemical reaction where an element reacts with a compound and takes the place of another element in that compound is called single displacement. For example, zinc being reactant copper displaces copper from copper sulfate solution and form new product, zinc sulfate and copper metal. Double displacement reaction. The reaction in which two different ions or group of atoms in the reactant molecules are displaced by each other is called double displacement reaction. It is also called precipitation reaction as precipitate is produced in such reactions. Oxidation reaction, the process in which oxygen is added to a substance. Some examples of oxidation reaction: reduction reaction, the process in which oxygen is removed from a substance. Some examples of reduction reaction: Redox reactions, those reactions in which oxidation and reduction take place simultaneously, are called redox reactions. For example, the copper oxide is losing oxygen and is being reduced, whereas oxygen is added to hydrogen and is being oxidized. Exothermic reaction, reaction in which heat is released along with formation of product called exothermic reaction. For examples, burning of natural gas and burning of magnesium ribbon. Endothermic reaction, the reaction which requires energy in the form of heat, light and electricity called endothermic reactions. Some examples of endothermic reaction. Effects of oxidation reactions in everyday life. Corrosion, when a metal is exposed to substances such as moisture, air, water, acid etc. for some time, a layer of oxide is formed which weakens the metal, hence metal said to be corrode. Rancidity, it is the process of slow oxidation of oil and fat, which are volatile in nature, present in the food materials resulting in the change of smell and taste in them. Effects of corrosion. The effects of corrosion are, corrosion causes damage to car bodies, bridges, iron railings, ship and all objects made of metals, especially those which are made up of iron. Corrosion is a wasteful process in most of cases. Every year tons of various metals, especially iron, get wasted in the country. Hence, it is quite necessary to prevent corrosion. Methods to prevent rancidity. Keeping food materials in airtight containers. Refrigeration of cooked food at low temperatures. Packing of food items like potato wafers etc. in packets containing nitrogen gas instead of air.